Respect the religious beliefs of others.
Why? Let's do this. Greetings, fellow space travelers. BionicDance here. I really hate being told that I have to respect other people's beliefs because, no, I don't. Respect has to be deserved. You don't just get it for existing. And most people's beliefs have earned the exact opposite.
Tolerance is a good cornerstone on which to build human relationships.
Now, whoa. Tolerance and respect, two very different things. I can say to somebody, your beliefs are idiotic, but whatever, I'll tolerate them. See what I did there? No respect, because honestly, you haven't earned it. Your beliefs kind of make you a douche. But on the other hand, no harm done. So, hey, let's tolerate each other. The problem is that for most religions, saying no harm done is next to impossible.
When one views the slaughter and suffering caused by religious intolerance down all the history of man and into modern times, one can see that intolerance is a very non-survival activity.
And when you look at it, you realize that most of that religious intolerance was religion versus religion, was some guy saying my God has a bigger dick than your God. So when you really look at it, maybe religion isn't humanity's best idea ever.
Religious tolerance does not mean one cannot express his own beliefs. It does mean that seeking to undermine or attack the religious faith and beliefs of another has always been a short road to trouble.
But what if your belief happens to be that religion itself is a bad thing? What if your belief happens to be that religion has undermined education and progress throughout history? What if it's your belief that religion has been at the heart of far too many conflicts over the centuries, over the millennia? What if you believe that religion's preference for comforting myth or superstition over harsh reality is in fact a bad thing? What if you think that religion is something we'd all be better off without? When do you get to express that view?
Philosophers since the times of ancient Greece have disputed with one another about the nature of God, man, and the universe. The opinions of authorities ebb and flow. Just now, the philosophies of mechanism and materialism, dating as far back as ancient Egypt and Greece, are the fad.
I'm sorry, did you just describe scientific progress and advancement as the fad? I thought you were the one advocating respect for other people's positions. When you describe somebody's position as the fad, that's hardly respect, it's more like mockery, and it's hardly going to foster tolerance between each side. Now, as I said, respect and tolerance aren't exactly my goals, but you say they're yours, and if they are, you should probably watch your damn mouth.
They are today the official philosophies, and are even taught in schools.
You ever notice how it's only the scientific progress, the scientific facts that happen to undermine certain religious beliefs that are referred to as the official philosophy? Is gravity an official philosophy? Is the speed of light an official philosophy? Or perhaps the freezing temperature of water is an official philosophy? You never hear anybody make those accusations, but should science discover something that contradicts somebody's holy text, ooh, watch out. Evolution, abiogenesis, the Big Bang, well, all of a sudden those are official philosophies. They're dogma or doctrine. See the double standard?
They have their own zealots, who attack the beliefs and religions of others.
Yes, that's exactly right. That's just how that goes. Atheists everywhere are drawing Krishna as some sort of club-wielding, bone-shaking, oogly-boogly caveman. I mean, okay, to be fair, there is the flying spaghetti monster, but that's not just mockery. It's also there to show that with only a few minor cosmetic changes, any religious belief can be made to look ridiculous. So the question you have to ask yourself is this. Are you going to just sit there with your feelings all hurt? Or are you actually going to take your beliefs out and examine them critically, see whether they in fact should be believed, or if you can defend them against a reasoned argument? And if you can't defend them against a reasoned argument, are you prepared to abandon them in favor of a position that can?
If all the brightest minds since the 5th century BC or before have never been able to agree on the subject of religion or anti-religion, it is an arena of combat between people that one would do well to stay out of.
And believe me, I'd like nothing better. My YouTube channel was originally meant to show off my animation and not as a platform to advocate for atheism. But the fact is that I couldn't stay out of that arena because religious people keep making nuisances of themselves. They keep trying to force their way of life, their doctrine, their dogma down everyone else's throats through force of law. If religious people could just keep it to themselves, if it was something personal that they didn't have to force on everybody else, well, I could just sort of go, whatever, like I do when people take their horoscope seriously. But instead it's always, deny science, hate the gays, convert, convert, convert. And it's at that point that I start to say, all right, I'm sick of your shit. Because I don't argue against religion just because I think it's factually false. I argue against religion in self-defense.
Men without faith are a pretty sorry lot.
Oh yeah, that's really respectful, saying that people who don't have faith are a sorry lot, and depicting the guy who has no religion as someone in prison. Yeah, I feel very respected. Do I even need to point out that the percentage of atheists in U.S. federal prisons is 0.07%? That's not even a tenth of the percentage of atheists in the outside law-abiding world. I don't know if you assholes were being clueless or clever, but this is just as insulting as this.
But when they have religious beliefs, respect them.
Why? Do they deserve respect? Have they earned respect? How much respect do they show to people of other faiths, or of people with no faith at all? How much respect do they show to people who live in lifestyles that their religion says isn't okay? How many religions claim, have built right into their dogma, that if you don't conform, you'll be tortured for eternity? How many times have religious people tried to dictate sexual morality or reproductive freedom to other people through force of law? How many wars have been started because one religion just couldn't handle the beliefs of another? And did you happen to notice that all these students are standing up in defiance against an materialist teacher who's making fun of another religion? It's not, say, a Muslim telling Christians they're chowderheads. No, it's an atheist. And after all of this, you don't just want my tolerance, you want my respect? Fuck you. How about you start respecting me and stop acting like selfish pricks? Then we'll talk. But not before. Until next time, fellow space travelers, this is BionicDance saying don't run on automatic. Instead, please think.